I'm Abhinav Sharma. I'm an MVP at Microsoft. I'm a GitHub campus expert, Gold MLSA, and an open source contributor. I've worked with various open source organizations in the world. I've also cracked Google Summer of Code and GitHub externships, which are one of the most elite program offered by organizations in the world, Google and GitHub respectively. I can proudly say that open source community had given a lot to the society. GitHub Copilot, which we are going to talk about, itself is built on top of open source language model, which is OpenAI GPT. OpenAI GPT is a generative pre-trained transform. So if I talk about GitHub Copilot, it is an AI-powered code completion and code generation tool that can be integrated into teams for their coding workflows and for the collaborative projects that they offer in several ways. So here are the few ways in which I am using GitHub Copilot. So when I was in my college, I used GitHub Copilot for pair programming. So pair programming is a way in which two developers sit on a single computer and take turns on the keyboard. With this, Copilot gives you the suggestions to the developers that what is their current coding speed is and whether or not they need to do some progress in their coding strategies and the speeding up their coding process. Now, if I talk about the industrial use, I use GitHub Copilot for the code reviews. In my each day-to-day works, I used to write hundreds and thousands of codes each day. So it becomes very necessary for me to have someone or something that can monitor my code, that can give me the suggestions or the improvisations. GitHub Copilots helped me in doing that. Using GitHub Copilot, I can analyze my code and can get the suggestions on the optimizations wherever it is necessary. It also helps me in refactoring wherever it is possible, and it is allowing me to make changes to my code very efficiently. Now if I talk about another use case, I use it for the project templates. So whenever I used to start some new project or some new feature into my project, I use Copilot to generate the boiler templates for me. Those templates can be then used by me and my team to write more and more diversified and complex code strategies into it. But the initial fillers are filled by Copilot itself. It helps me to make my code in a consistent manner and reduce the time of delivery, which is very much necessary in today's era. Next, I use it for the code collaboration, which is what Copilot is known for popularly. Copilot has the facilities and the collaborations between the team members. For example, let's say I'm a developer. I can share the code snippets with the team, generate, and these code snippets are generally generated by Copilot. I used to do small tweaks wherever it is necessary, but yes, the major parts are definitely covered by Copilot, and these snippets can collaboratively integrated into the larger code base, contributing in a faster and efficient delivery of the code base within a particular sprint in a company. Finally, I use it for the documentation, of course. As a developer, we often forget to write a better documentation while writing the code base. GitHub Copilot helped me in generating the code snippets for the documentation, which allow me as a developer to easily include examples. These examples can be written in a form of separate document, or you can also use it in your current code base by better commenting suggestions given by the GitHub Copilot. So however, the conclusion is that it is indeed a useful tool. It should not be relied upon a replacement because it needs to do some tweaks every time we use to generate code snippets with help of Copilot, but still it helps me to generate the code and it helped me to deliver my product on an efficient way and in a timely manner.